Hi, all of you. The announcement of INI SS today, and we will look into what are the aspects of the announcement and what is going to be the syllabus, methodology of preparation, and what are the things that could be asked, and what are things to be done, what is the timeline. So those aspects of INI SS, that is AIMS, PGI, JIPMER, NIMHANS, Chitra Tirunal, so all have come into one common platform for an examination, one exam, and based on the merit list prepared, it will be the specialty wise take of the courses will be there. So somebody could choose the course according to the specialty. So it is very clear that's going to be a single exam, and being a single exam, all the institutes have come together, but there is one simple aspect which I have noticed is that the AIMS methodology of selection is not changed. That means, though all the institutes have been put into one exam, but the criteria and the method and the process of selection of DM and MCH courses in AIMS, I could see it remains the same. In spite of coming together, there is a process, there is a second process of an interview in this process. I don't know why AIMS Institute alone has a same pattern as it was earlier, that a written exam and followed by the interview process. So whatever might be the process, let us discuss what is given in the prospectus that is released today. Okay, so we will go on to look into the other aspects also, that is the age limit and the criteria, and also the methodology of selections, and the eligible candidature and the feeder branch eligibility, and also we will look into the number of seats available. That is very interesting. I have made one small summary of number of seats available for DM and MCH courses, and total what are the seats available. So what are we preparing for? Now, even before we start, from what I have understood while reading the prospectus, that is this exam to be conducted for the upcoming INI SS, that was an institute combined together, is it same like previous institute exams like AIMS, PGI, JIPMER, NIMHANS and Chitra Tirunal? There is a slight difference. I feel the JIPMER exam which was there last year, I think similar pattern will be there. But for AIMS, PGI and Chitra Tirunal, I could see there is an inclusion of general feeder branch in the syllabus which is quoted in the prospectus. What percentage of feeder branch syllabus will be there? We have to discuss that. And before I go on to this session, I believe that the feeder branch could be almost the same as like a NEET SS. That means 60-40 proportion which was there in the NEET SS, the pattern 60-40 pattern. I think probably could be the same proportion of questions might be there for institute exam also. Instead of 100 questions, it's going to be 80 questions. I think that is the only difference it could make. And if we could finally curate, what I believe is, if suppose a student is preparing, for example, for a DM cardiology, of the 80 questions, 50 to 55 questions would be only from cardiology, probably from a syllabus of Brown Ward or cardiology super specialty. Remaining, say 25 questions, 20 to 25 questions, 10 questions will be overlap based on cardiology itself, based on various aspects of cardiology itself, and the remaining 15 questions to maximum 20 questions could be from the other specialty on exit level standard, that is a feeder branch standard. So overall put together, I feel there could be 20 to maximum 25 questions from the feeder branch, and 50 to 55, maximum to 60 from the specialty itself. I think that could be the possible arrangement. I think so. So at the maximum you can have, I feel, 60 to 40%, 60-40 pattern like NEET. Okay. So one advantage right now I feel for all the students is the preparation pattern for NEET SS 2022 January 10th and the preparation pattern. This exam probably could be pitched in the month of December, I believe, first week or second week of December, because the application, all the changes closes by 17th of November, and probably a month's time, 20 to 30 days could be the date of exam, an announcement of centers and allocation of all tickets, and the results could be subsequently in a month's time by January. And the admission process that follows, and they say all the admission process and counseling should all complete by February. Okay, so that's what is given in prospectus. So we will go one by one and we will discuss all those aspects in detail, and hope this session might give you a broader insight on the preparation of and NESS. And also I will discuss how the Speed Institute and the faculties and Speed Learning app would be of a greater help to you and the support to you in preparation of these exams. Okay, so that we'll keep it last. So let us start discussing one by one, and the important dates we will start, then we will go one by one. Okay. My name is Dr.K.Vinayak Senthil, and most of you know me. And for those who have been seeing me for the first time, I'm basically a cardiothoracic surgeon, and with Speed and the founder of Speed and the Speed Institute, which has been mainly training students for super specialty and postgraduate entrance exams for past 20 years. And I have taught surgery and close to 2 lakh students across the country for past 20 years. And it has a very broad range of knowledge base, as with many eminent and efficient faculties working around the clock. So let us come on to the discussion on the important dates. And when you look into the institutes which have joined for this NESS, or All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and PGI, JIPMER, NIMHANS and Chitradrinal. So all this have joined together to conduct one single exam for DM courses, MCH courses and MD hospital administration courses. You can see that. And it is January 2022 session. Very clear? So these are the institute as a combined alliance to give you NESS. Okay, and we are discussing on the prospectus which is published in the website. Yes, in the website of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and the examination is also conducted by All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Okay, so and it is clearly given. It is in the first floor of Convergence Block in Ansari Nagar, New Delhi. Okay, fine. So now we know the body which is going to conduct this exam. Now the important dates at a glance, that the registration process of the application online started already, 28/10/2021, and the last date of registration is 12/11/2021, that is next month, 12th November, that's Friday. And the status of the application and rejection of application, and applicants required to check the status page on 17/11/2021, and last date of submission of the requested changes or required changes again at the same date, 17/11/2021. And also for those students of foreign nationals or OCIs, getting on the no objection certificate is also on 17/11/2021. I mean, I believe this is a very critical date, because anything notified on 17/11 within the same day, that is Wednesday, it has to be reverted back. I feel the examination board can give 1 or 2 days time, so that if the required document has to be done, the students will have some time to give those documents. And so I request the authorities to look on some grace time after looking onto the status of the application. If any changes required, give minimum of a week's time. That will definitely help the students to bring the required documents and to get updated. Okay, so because it is on same day, and we know that in the internet facilities and the software facilities may not be equal in all places. There could be some delays or lacunas could happen because of main technology. So I request some time if can be given. That will be really great and will be appreciated by all the students. Now rest all to be announced. That is the finalization of the allotment of roll numbers and admit card on the website, and written test through online CBT mode, date to be announced, and rest of all the expected date of declaration of results, all this and final results all to be yet to be known. And the last date of for the admission of the course of the super specialty course of MCH and DM, they say 31st of January. That means the exam should be 1 month before. The 1 month definitely should be 1 month before. That means the exam, I expect the expected date of exam, like an expected date of delivery, expected date of exam could be in the month of December. Could be in the month of December, because AIIMS had to conduct an interview that needed a process. There's a processing time. So I believe there could be somewhere in the second week or second or third week, probably second or third week. We could be a probable date of exam, December second or third week. So let us see, let us wait for the official announcement, but there could be the possibility, I believe. So 1 month before the last date of closing of application and 1 month after the expected date of results. So all that have been given, so that has to be in the month of December, second or third week of December. Okay, now with these important dates, let us make sure that we hardly have 10 to 12 days from now. So kindly fill in all application required details in the applications, so that you can check the status on 17th, and as of now, they are given only the same day to be reverted if any change on the required documents. So get things ready on your side. Okay, so now the application fee is 4,000 rupees, 4,250 plus transaction charges as applicable, and rest of the things which are on the certificates, which are all given, are self-explanatory. And and this is again, they said the last date of registration is 12/11/2021, that is 12th November 2021. So this date is very important, and you have to go log on to the AIIMS website. So the examination board is very clear from looking at it. So the AIIMS is going to conduct this exam. So All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS exam .ac.in. Okay, so go on to the site and start filling up the application forms. Now, which all institute fall under this? So we know broadly the AIIMS, PGI, JIPMER, NIMHANS and Chitra Tirunal, but what are the participating institutes, or where are they located? So AIIMS New Delhi, AIIMS Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, AIIMS Jodhpur, Patna, Raipur, and AIIMS Rishikesh, and JIPMER Pondicherry, and NIMHANS Bangalore, and PGI Chandigarh, and also Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Sciences and Technology. So all this are going to be the participating institute for this exam, correct? Now there are different websites which are given. Yes, there are different websites are given along the side, but you have to log on to the AIIMS website, okay, AIIMS for your application. So you need to fill in the online application on the the website address which I have shown you on the previous slide. Understood? So totally 11 institute which participate. So this exam, when you attempt for your specialty of your choice, yes, you will be eligible to take your seats in the 11 prescribed institutes. Of that, 7 belongs to All India Institute of Medical Sciences of various places, including New Delhi, and JIPMER 1, NIMHANS 1, and PGI Chandigarh 1, and Chitra Tirunal 1 each. Okay, so it's very, very clear. So these are the participating institute for ESS. Okay, now when you look into the DM and MCH courses, what are the required qualification? See, the required qualification, what they say is an MD or DNB degree equivalent. So MD or DNB degree equivalent. If it is going to be for DM courses, if you look onto the DM courses, and because AIMS, PGI and JIPMER, I mean, you might see why they have done separately, because I mean, all the courses are not available in all this institute. I mean, there are few courses available in few institutes and few are not available in the other. So, the reason why they have given clear bifurcation and segregation. It's very good. This clarity has been given to you, because as students write this single exam and for the specialty of choice, they might look into almost all the institutes which are published. They may not. Okay. So, that's the reason why they have given which course is available where. Okay. Now, and also there is a slight difference with respect to the eligibility. I mean, eligibility of or the feeder branch for JIPMER I could notice, and JIPMER I could notice. For AIMS and PGI, the eligibility feeder branch remains almost the same. I mean, I again don't understand how, I mean, why is this difference given? I don't know. In what way JIPMER handles DM cardiology for the different feeder branch, and AIMS and PGI has only a feeder branch of this particular subjects. I mean, again, it is left to the authorities, and here we are only to discuss what is given in the prospectus, and not to decide or say anything, I mean, for what is given in the prospectus. Now, if you look into DM cardiology, for example, you in AIMS and PGI, you see a feeder branch of MD General Medicine and MD Pediatrics, yes, or an equivalent degree. And the equivalent degree, I mean, I believe that DNB could be an equivalent recognized degree, or recognized, that is again recognized by NMC. Of course, National Board of Examination recognized DNB degrees of medicine and pediatrics. So, and they are, I mean, the feeder branch for AIMS and PGI. When you look into JIPMER, you will see the same, like MD and of pediatrics, MD/DNB for pediatrics and medicine, plus the pulmonary medicine people can also, pulmonary medicine people are also eligible for DM cardiology. And I mean, in counseling, I need to have little clarity from probably in subsequent sessions. We will have to have a clarity. That means when a person is applying, and I mean, how a pulmonary medicine, that means a person who is in pulmonary medicine, when he applies, he should be very clear for applying for DM cardiology. He might can get a seat when he is qualified only in JIPMER, not in AIMS and PGI. So this clarity has to be there. And during counseling, the process of counseling, I mean, we need to wait, I mean, how it's going to be handled. Now, when you look into DM endocrinology, it remains the same for all the three. Now, it's going to be either MD or DNB equivalent for both medicine and pediatrics. For most of the DM courses, the MD General Medicine and MD Pediatrics or DNB General Medicine and DNB Pediatrics are eligible for most of the adult, except for few, most of the adult DM courses. Okay, and when you look into the DM nephrology also, the same. You can see that AIMS and JIPMER, yes, and PGI, yes, gives the both MD General Medicine and Pediatrics. And neurology, even you see neurology, all have joined, because Numan's also prominently only on neurology. So all four have joined, and it is almost MD Pediatrics and General Medicine or DNB. And when you look into oncology, almost the same. And DM clinical hematology, AIMS and PGI, and oncology is AIMS and JIPMER. And DM gastroenterology, almost same feeder branch as previous, AIMS, JIPMER and PGI. When you look into JIPMER for DM gastroenterology, other than pediatrics and general medicine, of course, yes, pediatrics and general medicine only is allowed, and DM pulmonology and critical care and sleep medicine. So, who are the people who are eligible for this? They are general medicine, pulmonology people, pulmonary medicine or chest medicine, respiratory medicine, okay, all those equivalent are eligible for that. And also similarly for PGA also the same criteria, okay. Now, when you look into DM hematopathology, so the feeder branch of pathology people and lab medicine people are eligible for AIMS and PGI. When you see DM neuroimaging and interventional neuroradiology, yes, all the four institutes now participate for this, and they are the people who did their MD radio diagnosis or DNB radio diagnosis, or an equivalent degree recognized by NMC. DM cardiac anesthesia, here anesthesia people, anesthesia as a feeder branch will be eligible for all the three institutes. Yes, either MD anesthesia or DNB anesthesia. And DM neuro anesthesia, again anesthesia people will be eligible for all 3 institutes. DM onco anesthesia, again anesthesia people will be eligible. And DM pediatric neurology, and this now you need to look on DM pediatric neurology, only MD pediatric students will be eligible for this. Okay, both AIMS and PGI. Okay, and there are pediatric super speciality where MD pediatrics or DNB pediatrics alone will be the eligible feeder branches can apply for. You can see that DM neonatology, yes, for AIMS, PGI and JIPMER. Again DM pediatric oncology, only pediatrics for AIMS. DM pediatric cardiology, yes, of course, pediatric background and feeder branch. Pediatric nephrology, the same criteria as we discussed. Okay, so all these are for DM super speciality or DM pediatric super speciality. DM pediatric pulmonology and intensive care, again those who have done a DM, MD pediatrics are equivalent for AIMS and PGI. And DM clinical pharmacology, yes, MD pharmacology, people have done, see there is, here you can see MD medicine, general medicine or DNB general medicine, and pharmacology and pediatric, all are eligible for DM clinical pharmacology. DM critical care medicine, and there is a wide scope here again for anesthesia, general medicine, pulmonary medicine or chest medicine. Yes, all can be a feeder branch, you can apply for DM critical care medicine. Okay. Now DM infectious disease, again MD general medicine, pediatrics, people done MD microbiology or tropical medicine are eligible for. And when you look into therapeutic nuclear medicine, people who have done MD nuclear medicine are eligible for this, and it is available in AIMS. DM cardiovascular radiology and endovascular intervention, MD radiodiagnosis people are equivalent degree. And DM addiction psychiatry, MD psychiatry people will be eligible for AIMS and PGI. DM medical genetics, again it will have a wider scope. Genetics has wider scope. Pediatrics, general medicine, pediatrics, obs-gynae are eligible for this. And DM cardiac surgical intensive care. Here the eligibility, the courses available in AIMS, the eligibility for MD anesthesia, pediatrics, medicine, okay, general medicine, all these people could take this course, could apply for this course. DM reproductive medicine, and this is obs-gynae, MD or MS obs-gynae, people can apply for this. And DM child and adolescent psychiatry, yes, and MD psychiatry equivalent people available in PGI can apply for this. Next, DM clinical immunology and rheumatology, and here again medicine and pediatric people can apply for this. DM pediatric gastroenterology, only MD pediatric or equivalent degree can apply. DM hepatology, again MD general medicine and pediatrics. And DM histopathology, only pathology, MD pathologist as a feeder branch could apply. DM pediatric clinical immunology and rheumatology, both. DM pediatric, then it's only MD pediatrics, feeder branch or equivalent degree can apply. And DM pediatric critical care, again it's a pediatric background. And DM pediatric hematology oncology, DM pediatric endocrinology, again pediatric background or pediatric feeder branch can apply for this, it's available in PGI. And DM trauma anesthesia and acute care and anesthesia, MD anesthesia people or DNB anesthesia people can apply for this. DM pediatric anesthesia and intensive care, yes, DM pediatric anesthesia, again anesthesia people can apply for this. And but here see DM pediatric anesthesia intensive care, general pediatrics or MD pediatrics is not given as an eligibility, only MD anesthesia equivalent can apply for this. DM intensive care, yes, intensive care as a specialty available in PGI, anesthesia, internal medicine or equivalent. So here you can see both general medicine people and also anesthesia background can apply. Now DM intervention radiology is a separate course available in PGI, then you can see MD radiodiagnosis or DNB radiodiagnosis equivalent to that can apply for this course. Now coming to the surgical specialties and surgical branches, MCH cardiovascular, cardiothoracic and vascular surgery. Here you will know all MS general surgery or DNB general surgery, an equivalent degree recognized by an MCI, yes, will be eligible. I could see in the prospectus here recognized as an MCI it is there, and previously it is given as NMC. I don't know whether it is a typographical error or not, but anyway there is a board, statutory board which could guide us. So it should be recognized by the recognizing board. Okay. Now again for MCH neurosurgery, MCH gastrointestinal surgery, MCH pediatric surgery or MS, people who have completed MS general surgery or DNB general surgery or an equivalent degree to that. Okay. And MCH urology, MCH minimal access surgery. Okay. Again it is the same MS general surgery or DNB general surgery. MCH breast and endocrine and general surgery, the same requirement of the feeder branch. Now we come to the most important, to be discussed is about the MCA Surgical Oncology. Those students who are eligible for MCA Surgical Oncology for MS General Surgery, people who have done ENT. This is for AIMS. Now, this is the difference which I was trying to tell you, that AIMS allows only the people who have MS General Surgery and ENT as a feeder branch. But when you look into JIPMER, those people not only of ENT and MS General Surgery, even people who are from Obs Gynae and orthopedic surgery can apply for MCA Surgical Oncology, right? So, within the same exam, and there is a difference in the admission process of the institutes. That's what I am trying to tell you. Of the participating institutes, only AIMS conducts the interview with separate 20 marks, and other institutes do not conduct any interview for selection. Okay, so what I believe is the exam is one, but the selection process, I believe it is almost same like previous. Yes. And the other addition which I have observed is they have added the feeder branch to some extent along with every specialty for the exam. Okay. Now, MCH head and neck surgery again, and here people general surgery, ENT people can apply for this, and MCH head and neck surgery, okay, head and neck surgery and oncology in AIMS, and the MCH head and neck surgery in PGI, the same equivalent feeder branch. MCH plastic surgery and reconstructive surgery, here you see the difference. AIMS and PGI invites people from general surgery, ENT and orthopedics, correct? But when you see JIPMER, which was inclusive for previous feeder branches, more inclusive than AIMS and PGI, now you see it is restricted only to general surgeons. I don't know, probably the policies of every institute, each institute has, I think they are sticking on to the same. Even they come for one exam, but the policy which was there earlier has been adopted in the prospectus also. MCH trauma surgery and critical care, and here MS general surgery, trauma and emergency surgery are eligible. MCH gynec oncology, and here is only MS or MD OBG people can apply. Okay, now hope I have given you a clear insight of what is the required eligibility. Very, very important, right? What I am eligible to write, what I am eligible to apply, yes, matters more. Only then I will be able to work on and prepare and do accordingly, and it will be justified like that. Now this comes an important challenge. Now, upper age limit, when you look into the upper age limit of any SS, I don't know why somebody should give a age as a criteria, because this will challenge someone who wants to do DM or MCH after 35 years. For example, if you take me, I did my MCH, cardiothoracic and vascular surgery when I was 36, and I completed when I was in 39. So this could challenge the aspiration of students, because then it becomes a clock ticking that I need to complete early. I don't know why, probably what made them to think that way, I don't know. And again, I am telling you, here we are not to challenge anything, here we need to discuss what is given. Even when we say something also, it's difficult that to be implemented. Now, I request that something could be considered on this, but because anybody who wants to do, let them do, they should have an opportunity. But having said, what is given in the prospectus, the upper age limit looks 35 years as on 1st January 2022, and PGI Chandigarh gives an upper age limit of 45 years. I don't know for the same exam why there are two age limits, and for NIMHANS it is 37 years. It looks like an MCQ actually. Now I am here to ask which of the following institute in any exam allows age limit up to 45 years. Option A, PGI Chandigarh and NIMHANS. Option B, for PGI Chandigarh as a single, and for NIMHANS 37. So I don't know why there should be various age limits. Yes, for all any other than PGI Chandigarh, NIMHANS, Bangalore, it is 35 they say. Yes. That means what? That means it is the AIMS, correct? When you read the statement, all INIs other than PGI, Chandigarh and NIMHANS. That means this is for, so that means they have to say this is for AIIMS. So if you want to write AIIMS, correct? If you want to write AIIMS, it is 35 years, correct? 35 years, and PGI Chandigarh 45 years, NIMHANS 37 years, and of course the 35 years include with Chitra Tirunal also. AIIMS and Chitra Tirunal, upper age limit is 35, Chandigarh is 45, and NIMHANS is 37. I think it is like a stepladder, like a stepladder anesthesia, okay, or analgesia, okay, 35, 37, 45 maximum, okay. So you choose what is your age and apply accordingly. Understood? Okay. So the upper age limit relaxation for OBC candidates is for maximum 3 years. Upper age limit relaxation of SC and ST candidates is maximum 5 years. Upper age limit relaxation for ex-servicemen and commissioned officers including ECO, SECO who have rendered or released a satisfactory assignment with the age relaxation by maximum 5 years. The upper age limit is not applicable not applicable to sponsored candidates. Why it's not applicable, I don't know. The persons with benchmark disabilities shall be given an upper age relaxation for 5 years of admission of DM and MCH for PWD candidates as per Right of Person with Disability Act 2016. Okay. So, this is for age, what is given. I have said in the class also, there is one student along with me, a colleague along with me, when he joined MCH neurosurgery, he was 55 years. You can think what he can do in 55 years. I was 36, he was 55. I'll tell you, the most active and enthusiastic and maximum productivity of all the MCH DM candidates who joined that particular year in Madras Medical College, this was in the year 2013, he was a person who did his MCH neurosurgery in 55 years, and still he is very active and he is operating. So, and he is very productive also, and he wants to do, his life ambition is to do MCH post graduation, and there will be a lot of people who want to achieve a DM post graduation because of their commitments at that particular point of time may not be able to do. So there is a reason which should be considered by the authorities here. It's my humble request. Consider the age. So other terms and conditions, the candidates must have very important slide. See, very important slide. See, who can apply? This is very important. First we saw the feeder branch, then we saw the age limit. Now, who can apply? Candidates must have completed the prerequisite qualification, MD or DNB or an equivalent degree, the tenure by 31/1/2022, that means upcoming January, New Year, 31/1/2022, you should have completed the degree in all aspects. The candidates who are likely to complete their 3 years requisite qualification and degree and tenure after 31/1/2022 will not be eligible to appear in this exam. So here comes, there are few students, yes, where there are a lot of exams which got postponed and most of them are done now. In case there are extensions because of COVID or any other medical reasons, you need to make sure that you get appropriate completion certificates from your respective universities to give the correct document to the Board of Examination for the application to get qualified. Okay. So the courses will start from 1st January 2022, and this is what I am little confused. Because how it can start from 1st January 2022? Because the last date of application and the correction of application is 17th November. So the exam has to happen 20-30 days are required, and probably December should happen. 1 month is required for the AIIMS people to complete their results and also to complete their interview. And this is what 1st of January, because in the prospectus, in the important dates, they said 31st of January admission process will get completed. This date, I don't know. Probably printing error, I don't know. But this date is not appropriate. The last date of admission to DM and MCH and MD hospital administration entrance examination will be 28th February 2022. Okay, this is fine. 28th February is acceptable. Even they said in the previous, by 31st of January, all admission process has to complete. And the last date of admission, it is 28th of February is also acceptable. Any circumstances, last date of admission will not be extended 28th of February 2022 is also correct. This includes candidates on the waiting list who may be offered as a seat if selected candidate does not join. Okay, fine. So those vacant seats can be filled and the maximum allowed date is 28th February. Okay. So it is very, very clear, all those candidates who are completing or who have completed, not completed, they are going to complete. Those already completed are eligible. Those who are going to complete on 31st, as of 31st, 1st, 2022. Okay, January 31 is the criteria within that, on or before that. Very, very important slide. Very, very important slide for our discussion here. The total duration is 90 minutes. That means 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Clear? In our language. 80 questions. And 80 questions, 80 marks. Very good. 80 questions, 80 marks. Very good. Language is English. Very good. Now, objective type of questions with a single correct answer. Fantastic. So, there is no confusion. Now, very good that there is not multiple pattern of exam. At least they have not clubbed like PGI and AIMS. Not at least one best answer, less confusing. Now, correct answer is +1, minus is 1/3, 1/3. Now, unanswered is 0. Very, very clear. This is fair. And syllabus. See this, the question paper will consist of from general and basic component of qualifying educational, qualifying educational qualification and from subspecialty system and component of the specialty course for which the examination is being conducted. It's very, very clear. That means they said general and only basics, general medicine or general surgery is only going to be a general and basic aspect of covering the entire feeder branch. I think probably there will be only 20-25 questions to the maximum, I believe. The bulk of the portions of 55-60, that range will have only specialty. Very clear? So, that means this paper is almost the same as upcoming NEET SS on January 10th, 2022. January 10th, 2022. Okay, so preparation is almost same. It's not going to be different. So it's one good news. At least the preparation for this upcoming exam is almost closely matching, that this exam will have 80 questions and NEET will have 100 questions. Understood? And the percentage might be here and there, but is almost same because both the components have to be prepared. Understood? So, but if there is going to be a change in pattern of NEET next year, that is 2022 and 23, yes, subsequent year, going to be only from broader specialty, and then it will cause little confusion because then it will bifurcate. Those students who want to prepare for ESS and those who shouldn't want to prepare for NEET SS, or they want to prepare for both. Yes, and I always suggest, whatever be the exam pattern, let that pattern of exam be only a single pattern for ESS or NEET. Whatever the pattern that you want to choose, announce well in advance for upcoming year, will be only a single pattern for both, so that the preparation remains the same. Here the students to prepare for this exam separately, that exam separately becomes very laborious and it becomes difficult, and the student may not write all exams when it will conduct in different format, and so that there will be a set of students preparing for, if the format is in this way for one particular exam, the format is in this way and for this exam, and students who want to study only in institutes, they will prepare only for institute exams. So that is always there. But still, if institute has to encompass all the students, then all the examination preparation and syllabus pattern, if it could remain the same, student can give multiple exam with single preparation. So that is a point, and it can be considered by the authorities. Okay, now this comes as 20 marks as an additional to be done for those students who want to take admission from AIMS. That means 80 marks comes in NESS for all the institute, and 20 marks will be decided after a clinical interview. After a clinical interview, for that the candidates should secure 50% of marks in stage 1, that is the written exam, in an MCQ format, single best answer, and the candidate must apply an online registration for AIMS seat in respective specialty after that exam. After you give NESS, that is stage 1, then you have to apply online registration for AIMS seat, and candidates who are eligible as per the eligibility criteria for AIMS, and of those candidates who fulfill the criteria, the candidate has 3 times the number of seats advertised, will be called for the departmental clinical practical, see that, clinical practical lab based assessment, carrying 20 marks related to the subspecialty system and components of specialty and course for which the candidate has applied in the respective department at AIMS New Delhi. The qualifying for AIMS seat allocation, candidate must obtain 50% in stage 1 and stage 2. See that 50% of marks or more marks in stage 1 and stage 2 combined. Stage 2 is the clinical exam, is a practical clinical exam or lab based assessment that will be conducted after you pass the stage 1 exam, that is the NESS common exam, and then you separately apply for the AIMS seat after the exam. See that it is not that you write one exam and after that the counselling will happen. No, the stage 1 is for all the institutes except AIMS. AIMS will have one more step. That means after you have to submit your results, and AIMS will have a selection process as previous to conduct the clinical exams this way, and then that is called stage 2. And stage 2, the candidate should also pass with more than 50%. Excuse me, 50% or more. Then the selection process, a merit list will be arrived. Based on the merit list, the candidates will get the seats. In case the candidate gets more than 50% in stage 1 but less in stage 2, less than 50% in stage 2, he will not get treated as qualified for AIMS seat. Candidates call for a departmental assessment in stage 2 and remains absent in stage 2. I mean, they call the student for assessment, still the student is not able to attend the session, again he cannot get qualified. This is understood. People don't go to the interview, will not be eligible, right? Common merit list. This is a common merit list. This is prepared for stage 1. That means all the for all the institute, one exam that was there, that is for common merit list. AIMS merit list is following stage 1. AIMS alone will give a separate merit list. That means they have to again give an online application for the specialty, and they have to go through all the process which you have said earlier, and AIMS will have 100 marks. You see that? AIMS will have 100 marks. So that means what? Rest of all the institutes will have 80 marks. AIMS will have 100 marks. That means 80 marks for the theory based MCQs, an MCQ exam, and 20 marks for clinical interview based exam. Okay, so all qualified candidates will be assigned a rank and will be placed in a list on the order and overall ranking. Okay, now the sponsored candidates and foreign nationals, they have to get their NOCs from the respective ministry and to apply for this. Okay, now method of solving ties according to the age, date of birth. The older candidates shall get preference over the younger one. Okay, so the benefit is given to the old people. Okay. I don't know the fundamental aspects behind that, but that's what is given in the prospectus. So in general, other instructions in general, it is a general instructions and nothing. Sponsored candidates, it is mandatory to upload a valid sponsored certificates in the completion of application on or date before mentioned. Yes, in the prospectus, that is 31/1/2022. Please note the candidates must submit the original sponsor certificates at the time of reporting and joining the allocated postgraduate seats, failing which their candidature will be cancelled. Okay. Now, for foreign nationals and overseas citizens of India, there is one important instructions you need to know. Rest of all general, but this is very, very important. What is given is the NOC, no objection certificate, has to be obtained from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Very, very important. Government of India. NOC has to be from this place, from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And it is very, very clearly given in red lines. that no objection certificate obtained solely from Ministry of External Affairs is not considered as a valid NOC for ESS. So make sure that very important for overseas citizens of India. I mean, in case you're going to apply for this, you need to get the NOC from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Is it okay? Okay, so that's what we need to know in this page. Now, let us see the examination cities. Okay, so where should we travel? Okay, now I think the major metros are in place. I mean, Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Delhi. And all the other major cities, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Trivandrum, Guwahati, Bhubaneswar, Bhopal, Dehradun, Jodhpur, Raipur, Puducherry, Jammu, Bengaluru, Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, Impal, Patna. So all these are the places where the exams will be conducted. So you can choose the centers accordingly, whichever is near to you. Okay, and the application fees is 4,250 plus transaction charges as applicable. Okay, right. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 1 is application process, phase 2 is declaration of results, and phase 3 is allocation of seats. Okay, so I mean it is fair enough, I mean it's very clear. And results and procedure seat allocation will be declared on AIIMS website, aimsexam.ac.in. Okay, and common merit list is for other than AIIMS, and AIIMS merit list is for AIIMS. So it's very clear, we have discussed that in detail. Okay. Now all the entire authority and the correspondence lies with the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, but below given address, toll-free number, and note the email address for correspondence. Now seat positioning. Now here, what are the number of seats which are available? So that matters a lot. I mean, what I am preparing for, correct? What I am preparing for? How many seats are there? That will make me very committed to this exam. Okay, that's very important. So definitely, no doubt, they are premier institute. But what is the total number of seats which I am going to compete with, and I need for that, what is the level of competition and what is the number of seats available? That is very important, and that any student will want to know. I mean, when this list is given like this, very difficult to get a gross idea. Like various courses already we discussed about the psychiatry or cardiothoracic and vascular surgery or DM, cardiac surgical intensive care. All these courses we have discussed over the eligibility of the feeder. See that seat position for all that. I mean what all the institute offer, which all the courses, and what are the number of seats, what is the number of seats for sponsored candidates, what are the number of seats for open category, right, for general students. Okay, so this list is there, but what I have done is I have just summarized, yes, all this into a summary box. I am just going to show you. So these are about oncology, pediatric, DM neonatology, nephrology, DM nephrology, okay, and pediatrics super specialties, cardiac super specialties, anesthetics super specialties, nuclear medicine, OBG, all these are available, right? Okay, so hepatology, histopathology, child and adolescent psychiatry, all this. And again, all these courses which are listed, and what are the number of seats which are available, correct? So every institute has 2, 3, 4, 5 depending on the facilities and the availability of faculties and infrastructure. Okay, so it is everything for this is for MCH, super specialty, correct? Now there we go. This any student will love to have a look at it, because this I did an analysis and I summarized. Okay, what are the total number of DM seats available? And I have made it in a descending order. What are the maximum seats for which specialty in a descending order? This slide students will want to have a look at it. That's the reason I made it. Now, when you look into DM seats, the maximum number of seats as per the prospectus is given for neurology, DM neurology, 29 seats in general seats, sponsored is 13. And cardiology is 23, sponsored is 8. And cardiology, cardiac anesthesia, DM cardiac anesthesiology, 19. Sponsored is 9, total is 28. Pulmonary and critical care, sleep medicine, DM pulmonary critical care and sleep medicine is 16. 7 for sponsored, total is 23. Neuro anesthesia, critical care, DM and neuro anesthesiology and critical care is 12, 8, 20. And anesthesiology, pain medicine and critical care and DM critical care medicine 11, 6, 17. Gastroenterology, HNU, DM gastroenterology 13, 3, 16. Nephrology, DM nephrology 10, 6, 16. medical oncology, DM medical oncology 8614. Hematology, DM clinical hematology 8513. Pharmacology, DM clinical pharmacology 8513. Neuroimaging, interventional neuroradiology, DM neuroimaging, interventional neuroradiology 6511. Onco-anesthesiology, palliative medicine and onco-anesthesiology 6410. Now cardiac vascular radiology and endovascular interventions, DM cardiovascular radiology and endovascular interventions 549. Endocrinology, metabolism and DM endocrinology 628. Psychiatry, DM addiction psychiatry 347. Hematology, DM hematopathology 426. Okay, CTVS, DM cardiac surgical intensive care 325. Medicine, microbiology, DM infectious disease 415. Nuclear medicine 134. Here sponsor candidates have 3. And there are few instances where the sponsor candidates have more than general candidates. This is one of the instances. One for psychiatry and the other is about the nuclear medicine. And DM hepatology 314, DM clinical immunology and rheumatology 3. And sponsored here they have not given any allotment here. These are 3 places where I have seen sponsored not given and given to general seats. 3. DM acute care emergency medicine 112. DM trauma anesthesia and acute care 112. DM histopathology, no seats for general, only for, again this is the first place I am seeing this. No seats for general and 2 seats are given for the sponsored candidates and total is 2. DM intensive care, 1 seat is given for the general and no seat again given for sponsored. Okay, and no seat given for sponsored for DM clinical immunology and rheumatology, and again will you be able to see that no seat is given for DM reproductive medicine to the sponsored candidates, is given to the general, only 1 seat. And DM child and adolescent psychiatry, no seat for general and 1 seat given for sponsor. So these are some of the odd man outs. Just to need to have an idea on this. Okay, because why I am telling you, because when you prepare, if there are no seats available, then there is no point in writing that exam. That's the reason I am telling you. So that means for general, DM histopathology and DM child and adolescent psychiatry not available in general. And similarly for sponsored candidates, you need to look on DM clinical immunology and rheumatology, there is no seats for sponsored, and DM intensive care, no seats for sponsored, and Obs Gynae for DM reproductive medicine, no seats for sponsored candidates. Just have a look at it when whatever the category you belong to, but just to have a look at it. Now coming to DM pediatric super specialty. The maximum number of seats that are available is for neonatology, understand this, and rest all is up to 2, 3 to 2 is for genetics, for pediatric nephrology, pediatric cardiology, pediatric neurology, pediatric pulmonology and intensive care, and clinical immunology and rheumatology. With that, 3 to 2 also stops. Correct? For general. And same 3 to 2 is for sponsored. Understood? Very clear? And when you look into rest of all the, pediatric super specialty in DM, all 1 seat. In that, when you see a sponsored seat, there are no reserved or sponsored seats for DM oncology, anesthesia intensive care, pediatric hematology oncology, pediatric endocrinology, pediatric gastroenterology and hepatology. No sponsored seats. Only 1 seat available, that has gone to general seats. That means everybody can compete. Understood? So total number of seats in general available for DM super specialty is 32. Sponsored seat is 17. Total is 49. So this is the homework that I have done for you to just have an idea. Similarly, you should also know for the entire DM seats allocation, total number of seats available for general is 205 and for sponsored candidates is 109 and total is 314. So 314 is the total seats for a DM. Out of that, general seat is 205 and the sponsored candidates it is 109. Understood? Clear. Now we come to MCH, surgical super specialty, MCH super specialty. Now maximum number of seats is available for neurosurgery, 37 for general, sponsored is 1754, and cardio, thoracic and vascular surgery 39, and plastic surgery, bones and reconstructive 24,630, and pediatric surgery 2828, right? And urology is 15,318, and surgery trauma, MCH trauma surgery and critical care it is 10 to 12. Surgical oncology is 8, 3, 11. And GI surgery, see, most of the students will prepare for this. Most of the students will prepare for this. GI surgery. You see, the number of seats is only 7. Put together all the institutes. Okay, 7, 3, 10. So totally 10 seats. Now ENT, head and neck surgery in oncology, 5 to 7. 5 to 7. And surgery, MCH, breast endocrine surgery is 3, 3, 6. And minimal access surgery is 5, 1, 6. And obs gynae, MCH gynec oncology, again it is 2, 1, 3. Understand, obs gynae for institute exam, DM reproductive medicine as a feeder branch of obs gynae has only 1 seat. And understand, for MCH gynec oncology there are only 2 seats for general and 1 seat is for sponsored, totally 3. Okay, so only for 4 seats the entire competition is for MCH gynec oncology and DM reproductive medicine. I want to make it very clear so that you should have an idea. MCH cornea, cataract and refractive surgery 1 each 2, and MCH pediatric orthopedics 1 each 2, and MCH renal transplant 1 each 2. So total number of MCH seats that are available in any SS put together for all institute is 169. 169 general and 61 sponsored, and total is 230. Very clear idea for you? 230. So you will know what specialty you want and what you are working for and what you are fighting for. So based on that you will be able to titrate and iterate your preparation and level play the competition. Is it okay? So you got it? So we have done I think a fair analysis on this application. Now coming to the last point. What is the last point? See here, what I can tell you is to summarize. The syllabus of preparation. That is the key. The syllabus of preparation is the key. Now, what I will opine is, this year, you are exam going student and very serious. Please spend from 1st of November, December and 10th of January up to this are 2.5 months, very crucial period. Very crucial period. If you can apply leave, somebody will be working, and in case you can get on a leave, and if you can make full time if possible, at least for 1 month or 1.5 months, it will make a huge difference in your preparation, because both the exams are almost aligned with 15-20 days gap probably. It will be the maximum gap between the INI SS and the NEET SS 2022. Both the exams will be in a difference of 20-30 days. In case if you can give a dedicated, next month is going to be crucial. November is the crucial month. November up to December 15th will be the crucial month. That is the reason why we have aligned up all the specialty wise class from November 1st week to December 15th of all important images, table based, and because having an eye on any exam, the schedule was prepared, and also to come back NEET SS 2022 60/40 pattern. So the pattern of both the exams are more or less the same. So it's not going to be different for the upcoming exam. So utilize this opportunity. Please, anyway you have to write a 60/40 pattern in NEET SS 2022, and this pattern or more or less is the same pattern for INI SS also. So kindly give your maximum efforts and maximum input in the month of November and up to December, and these 2 months will make a huge difference. And I have also discussed about the study plan, how to proceed for this month, and there's a video link available separately for that. You kindly have to watch it. I mean, study plan for this exam for NEET SS 2022 and also for INI SS. So I will tell you all the contents which are required for the specialty wise exam or being a general exam. Everything is available for you in Speed Learning app. All that you need to do is get a very good earphone, plug onto your ears, keep listening to the videos, and those PowerPoint slides which are available, just scroll through it in your free time. And those topic wise exams and grand exams, 15 grand exams have been planned, and any exams we'll have any 80 questions exams as well now based on this new syllabus. And so that it will be more than enough for you to prepare for this exam. And last year, for all those students who were with Speed and Speed Learning app, have all got qualified and got their respective seats in super specialty. And now, even now, those students who have been learning with us for this upcoming exams, you will definitely clear all these exams, and you just need to follow the live classes happening on specialty wise, and also follow the videos which are loaded in Speed Learning app. There will be more than enough for you to complete this exam. Okay, so don't worry about anything, and you are already well equipped, and more content are available and uncomparable with the apps available in the market. And I will advise you, do not go for any new books or new preparation or new apps to try at this point of time. Whatever you have been learning so far, kindly revise it. Start your revision at the earliest, probably by the month of November 15th or so, or second week of November or first week of November at the earliest, if you have done all things once. Or if you have not done all things once, you are going to start, keep November month for learning and December month for revision. Only the videos and notes and in the test which are given in the app will be more than enough. And anything that you require, I will be your personal mentor for any of your queries and support. And as faculty team, we are ready to support to any extent, and for this exam, for you to go on to the next stage of your medical career. So I take a personal responsibility and to see to that, to handhold you to go on to the next stage of your learning and next stage of your a dream seat of MCH or DM super specialty in your respective specialty that you aspired for, and we are there to help you out and handhold you to make you safely reach of your desired branch. Okay, and thanks for being with Speed, and your support means a lot to us, and definitely we'll be there with you and all situations and all occasions, and to support you in your medical career. Thank you very much, and best wishes for your preparation for NESS and NEET SS 2021-22. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless.